Alright, after you've used your flathead screwdriver, again, just try to create some torque between the piece of wood and your cell. You should be able to just untwist the bolts, loosen them, remove them, set them to the side. I'm doing this because the next procedure where we're going to we're doing a self-check. So we calculated the scaling factor. So we're gonna end up testing to see if we were correct on our scaling factor, okay? And to do that, I'm gonna need to be able to see clearly the white and the black wire. So I have to trace, because this black is on the same side, so you kind of have to trace and make sure that you're getting the right black wire, okay? So for this top left strain gauge, I've got a white and a black wire. So trace them so you're exact and you can see which two that you need to use. All right, so these are the two wires that I'm going to end up connecting together, and what I'm going to use to connect them, I'm going to try to use this to separate them because we'll come back to that in a second. What we use to connect them is we're going back to our basic spiral of 3 wires that we've used in previous labs. So it's got the white, red, and black wires spiraled together, but the ends, or at least one of the ends, is going to look slightly different. So they have these little metal tips on them, and I can show you how to install these tips. If you need to, I can add in a little video for that, but they should be prepared for you when you get to the lab, so you shouldn't need to have to do this, but in some cases they might fall off. So if they do, you might have to pause the lab experiment for a moment just to reinstall them, and then you're back in business. So one end of these wires should be have 2 ends. So the red one should be by itself, and then the black and white should be together. That was similar to our first lab. The only thing different is that they've got these nice tips on them, okay? And then the other end they're all separate. This again is like our first lab. They should be separated. The white is alone, the black is by itself, and the red is by itself. You can see my black wire here, one of the tips has fallen off. So I can go ahead and apply that tip. So I'm going to pause the video and do that, since I've already recorded a separate video showing you how to apply these.